Hi, Kinder families! Happy Monday and happy third week of our distance learning. This video is an overview of the lessons you're going to be working on today and a brief look at some of the tasks you're going to be completing throughout the week for our non-core subject areas. Our core subject areas are reading, writing, and math, and our non-core subject areas are social studies, STEM, gym, art, health, and music. You'll have a different lesson every day for the three core subjects, but the other content areas you'll have tasks to complete throughout the week so you can spread them out. Remember, you can always reach out if you need more assistance. Don't stress. Do what you can. Make a schedule. And try to work just 1 to 2 hours a day. We're going to go in order on your planning chart, so let's get started with reading. This week in reading, since on last Friday we didn't have school, Monday today is a catch-up day. So if you need to catch up on some work that you weren't able to do from last week, today's the day to do that. So you can also practice reading some of the stories that we've already read, like Up in the Sky or I Like Vegetables, or you can read other books from home and read them to another grown-up in your house or a brother or sister or a stuffed animal. There's also a website called Storyline Online, and right now they have a lot of really cool videos read by different celebrities and people you might know, and they're reading really cool stories. I really like Storyline Online for stories because they animate the books, so they kind of make the story come alive. So if you're just looking for a fun video to watch, definitely check that website out. You can also check our classroom website. I've got some read-along videos up there for you as well, and I'm trying to post as many of them as I can. The next thing you're working on in writing today is a new sight word, and our new sight word is what? What? Yeah, what? What is our new sight word? We spell the word what like this. W-H-A-T. W is a short letter, H is a tall letter, A is a short letter, and T is another tall letter. So we're going to write those in the boxes. Then you're going to write what on the lines. Then draw a picture and write a sentence using the word what, like, what did I have for dinner? Maybe you're going to ask a question, or you can ask a friend a question. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite animal? Those are lots of questions you can use for your writing today. Remember, there's also an optional song, and it looks like there's an optional video lesson on these 3 sight words, and I will post those on our classroom website as well for you, so you don't have to go searching for them. Let's look at writing next. In writing this week, we are still working on opinion writing, but this whole week is going to be a catch-up week. So you're going to finish up those writing pages that we did for week 1 and week 2. And if you have some extra time and you're already finished with those from week 1 and week 2, then you can write 2 things that you did today on your own paper. Maybe take those writing pages and write them on the back. You also have the option this week of recording yourself reading these writings and sending them to me. I want to see your writing. So again, this is totally optional. You don't have to, but if you want to show me a picture of what you've been writing, or if you want to send me a video of you reading what you've written these past 2 weeks, I would love to see that. Now let's talk about math for today. Today is another catch-up day in math. We're going to be finishing the workbook pages and activities that you didn't finish last week. So there's a ton of math worksheets that we've been doing, so you can definitely finish up on those that maybe you haven't finished this past couple of weeks. Or if you want to do these math book pages again, you have your math books home with you now, so you can go back in your math book and do the exact same thing over again if you want to. We also have some extra skills for you to practice, like writing your numbers 1 to 31, counting to 100, skip counting to backwards from 20, or count backwards from 20, not skip count backwards, that would be crazy. Counting backwards from 20, then skip counting by 2s and 5s and 10s. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See as high as you can go. Then the last one is counting objects up to 30. So have maybe someone in your family throw a bunch of Cheerios on the table and then you got to count them. So lots of things you can practice in math this week. Now let's talk about social studies. This week in social studies, you do have your social studies book home with you now. We are not going to use it this week, but we should be using it next week. Today we're going to talk about maps. So you might be thinking of a treasure map like a pirate might use when you think of the word map. The map leads to the buried treasure. But we sometimes use maps when we're driving, when the grown-ups have to drive, or you might use a map when you're trying to get to a new location. This is a map of our school, Carver School, so we can look around and see what are some other things nearby our school. We know there's a gas station nearby our school, we know there's a church nearby our school, and we know there's lots of houses nearby our school. So today, you are going to draw your own map. But instead of drawing a map of your neighborhood, you're going to draw a map of a room in your house. So you can choose, do you want to draw a map of your bedroom or a map of your living room? You get to choose what room you want to draw a map of. Here's an example of a bedroom. Look at all of the things that somebody has in their bedroom. They have their bed, they have a rug, maybe you have a bookshelf or a toy box or your closet or your fish. Your fish might live in your bedroom. So draw a picture of all the things that are in your bedroom. That's what we're doing for social studies this week. Next, we look at STEM. This week, you got another bag of fabric that went home in your pile of things this week. So you've got some fabric, and we're going to use those today. We're going to observe what happens when fabric gets wet. So you're going to need your fabric, and you're going to need these two worksheets that are in your packet. You're also going to need a little bit of water and a spoon. So here's what you need. You're going to use the spoon or a straw or your finger if you want to, and you're going to drop little drops of water on the fabrics. Look and see what happens and use your fingers to feel what happens. Then on your journaling worksheet, it wants you to observe what happens when fabric gets wet. Did the water stay on the fabric? Did the water soak in? Write and draw what the fabric looked like and what it felt like. So you have two different kinds of fabric number 1 and fabric number 2. They might be labeled in your bag, they might not be, and that's okay. You can just choose which one is number 1 and which one is number 2. So then on the bottom, it says circle 1. Would this fabric make a better towel or a raincoat? Now, a towel soaks up the water, right? So we want a fabric that's going to soak up the water for a towel. If we have a raincoat, we don't want the water to get all soaked up by our raincoat because that's going to make our raincoat super heavy and it's not going to protect us from the rain. So we want the fabric for a raincoat to have the water just stay on top of the fabric. So look at those two different fabrics. Did it soak in like a towel or did it stay on top like a raincoat? Circle which one you think that fabric would be better as, a towel or a raincoat. All right, if you have more questions about this, kinder friends, you can email Miss Life, our STEM teacher, at plife@isd622.org. She would love to hear from you, and you can also take a picture of you doing these experiments and sending them to her because she misses you guys so much, so definitely do that if you have the chance this week. Now let's talk about Jim. Another teacher that misses you guys so much is Coach. They write you a letter. All of the gym teachers wrote you guys a letter explaining what they want you to do this week. But I can tell you basically what they want you to do is this same thing we've been doing the last couple of weeks. They gave you a new little tracking chart there. They want you to write what activities you're doing, what kind of exercises you're doing. Remember, you also have an indoor and outdoor list of activities in your packet from the first week. And you can also use GoNoodle as one of your options. So if you did the GoNoodle Zoom with us last week, we're going to try to do a GoNoodle Zoom every week or so, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week, so that we can exercise together and we can tell Coach about it. Maybe he'll join one of our Zooms. That would be pretty cool. We could show him all of our exercising. So again, Coach would love to hear from you. They want to see pictures of you exercising. So take some pictures and email them to coach@pvogel, VOGEL, @isd622.org. He wants to hear from you guys too. Now let's talk about art. This week in art, they say to choose an activity from the optional art board from week 1. Now, I don't remember seeing that in our packets. Maybe it was there, but you know what? I put it right here in the slides, and I'm also going to put it on our classroom website for you to download, just in case you can't find it. Some of the really cool ones I see on here says, practice making your name in Play-Doh. That would be a really cool one to do. They give you a Play-Doh recipe on this page on our classroom website. So if you want to learn how to make your own Play-Doh, if you don't have any, it's a really cool experiment that you guys can do. Maybe you want to go on a nature treasure hunt, go outside and look for things in your yard to make a treasure hunt. That would be something really great that you can do. So we've got lots and lots of optional art activities for you to do this week. Now let's take a look at health. Your health activity this week is to keep working on that healthy habits checklist. If you have already completed this and it's all full, no worries. I'm going to put another one for you on the classroom website if you want to download it and print it off again. Or you can just keep writing on this one. Maybe there's some things you forgot to do. You can just rewrite it and do some check marks to keep doing these healthy habits. And music. We are doing another tic-tac-toe board. You've got that in your packet this week, and it gives you some instructions on how to do it as well. There's also this extra tic-tac-toe board for you to do if you get finished with the first one. And remember, you can email Miss Bunnell, ebunnell@isd622.org. She wants to see what you're doing, so take pictures. You can send her videos. You can sing a song and send it to her. She would love, love, love to hear that. She also has a classroom website that I have a link to in our classroom website. So on the main page of the distance learning, there's a little button that says Miss Bunnell's music site, and you can click on that, and she's got a website there that has lots and lots of resources for you to do some music stuff at home. All right? Whew, that's a lot, kinder friends. Remember, don't stress out about this. Do what you can. Take lots of breaks in between. And remember, you are smart. Happy Monday, kinder friends. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.